My name's Jackson Kelly, for the people that don't know my name. And I'm doing my science experiment on the hybrid rocket engines. And what you'll need for this project is you'll need pasta, rigatonis, and you'll need hydrogen peroxide. You'll need yeast. You'll need a mason jar with a mason lid. And you'll need a lighter, you'll need a spoon, and you'll need something to cut the lid with. And so basically what a hybrid rocket engine is, it's basically like experiment you can try out with like chemical reaction to see like how rigatoni is kind of used as like rocket fuel. And like I'll explain to you like the three different kinds of fuel that are like used for rockets. And so like most rockets use like a solid fuel engine, which is like once ignited burns at like a steady rate that cannot be controlled or stopped until the fuel is expended. But hybrid fuel, on the other hand, actually can be like turned off and on, and like the thrust can be adjusted by like using how much oxidizer is used into the ignition chamber to burn with the fuel. And so like the oxidizer is basically like the oxygen, and in this case the oxidizer is basically like the chemical reaction that's like burning it. And so like the three main fuels are like solid fuel, liquid fuel, and hybrid fuel. So hybrid fuel is like when it's used different kinds of energy to achieve like propulsion. And solid fuel is various forms of solid material that can be burnt to release energy. And liquid fuel are like combustible or energy generating molecules that can be harnessed to create mechanical energy. And so that's basically the three basic forms of fuel. And so the one of my project I'm doing is hybrid fuel. So the first step you want to do is get your cutting tool and then get your lid. You want to get more in the middle of the lid. Be careful not to cut yourself. You need something a little strong to cut this with. So the lid is a little stronger than normal. And so you want a hole about like that big to do it with. To do your experiment, put that over there. And first thing is like you need to get your jar. You have your lid. Now we get the peroxide, and really doesn't really matter how much you put in, but the more the better. So yeah, we're just gonna put in the whole bottle. So now what we need to do is get some rigatonis, and want to find like the right size for like the hole that you made. You don't want one that's curved because some of these rigatonis get curved. Yeah, this one's curved. Yeah. And so you want one that can like fit over the hole easily. So you get your spoon, you get your yeast, and you don't really want too much yeast, but you don't want not enough. So just like a little bit will be fine. So you just put it in there and it will have a chemical reaction. You want to just stir it up. It will start rising if you can see that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And so now we got that rising. We can start putting our lid on. And now then we put our rigatoni over the hole. And we will light this sucker. As you see, it's starting to get going here a little bit. The chemical reaction's happening. a little bit. There we go. Hang on here. It's scare. Come on. Here we go. Now it's basically like a rocket starting off, and it's all the fuel is being burned off. Basically, the rigatoni is the fuel, and it's having its chemical reaction here. I mean, it does start a pretty big fire, but nothing that gets out of hand. Smokes a lot too. Oh boy. So as you can see, it's getting close to its end. It's pretty warm. You can see the jar is like still doing its chemical thingy. So it basically looks like a rocket taking off. It's not like it's gonna go anywhere, but still it's pretty cool. Because like what I'm gonna show you here in a minute is that rigatonis by themselves actually won't catch on fire. So like basically what you can see is like this is a chemical reaction because like they can't. Then you can see it's getting pretty hot there. And you can hear the lid burning a little bit. Yeah, but like back to what I was saying, rigatoni by themselves like don't burn at all. Like they don't burn, and so like you can see that this was a chemical reaction because these don't burn by themselves, and so basically this was rocket fuel. And as you can see, after like what it's done to it, basically made it into like a Cheeto kind of thing in the lid. A little hot there. Hang on, use a paper towel here. Take this off. Burnt a hole in it, so I guess you can say it was pretty hot. The burned metal. And so there's my science experiment. Cut it.